the four quadrants, right? And now it's known that cheese and lactose and all that stuff causes all kind of cold and congestion and all kind of allergies and all that. But it's on there, right? And the biggest animals out here, what do they eat? Vegetation, vegetarians, the biggest animals, right?
There you go.
Dinosaurs and all that. Go ahead.
Going back to what you said, like we talking about eating. That's the healthiest way to eat from the earth, right? You know what I mean? Especially, I got a homeboy, man, and he was right. He showed me his little garden that he was growing in his backyard. Oh, we gotta even get back to that, bro. Seriously, if we not in the city, if we in a small town, get us some land, grow our own food. Because all this processed stuff, bro, all this stuff, man, they just trying to push out this product, and it's killing us, bro. It is killing us.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm a huge fan, bro, of community gardens, man. Hey, man, once we get this nonprofit thing started, man, I may be telling y'all listeners out front, but it's happening. Just let y'all know that. Community garden, brother. I'm telling you, man. I mean, my vision, brother, my biggest vision, man, was like, Mary Allen College in Crocker, right? I would love for that college, man, to teach gardening, bro. I mean, that college to open back up again, get renovated, and use all that land down there in Crocker, man, and start teaching some gardening, man, and start growing some stuff, man, and living off this land a healthy way. So now those people that do go to school and can't afford the healthy meal at the HEB or the Walmarts of the world, no problem. We got this right here for you. So every week you're going to get you a basket of your fruits and vegetables. So there's no excuse for you to not eat well. You understand what I'm saying, though? That's the big scheme of things, and it can happen. It's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And community, the sense of community, it has to be important to everybody.
Hey, man, because you think about our grandparents, they did it, bro. My
grandmother had a huge garden, man. Both of my grandmothers, man, big gardens, man.
Peas, and one of peas, picking berries.
And when you think about it, us being descendants of slaves, man, that's all we did, work in fields. How is it that we not off agriculture, bro? How is we not doing that? You know what I mean? Me and you never talked about this community garden before, starting it in our own little neighborhoods or whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, that's a perfect idea. I mean, then you feed yourself. You know what I mean? You're able to feed yourself in the healthiest way. And then another point I wanted to make, in most cases, like we talking about the doctors who go to the hospital. When a lot of people go to the hospital, what's one of the first things the doctor tells them to lay off of when they find them with high blood pressure, cholesterol, and everything?
Poke.
Lay off Lay off the poke, man. You know what I mean? So we just have to be mindful of it. And as far as the obesity, the big syndrome or the small syndrome, it's all about being comfortable in your own skin. If a person feel like they have too much weight, you can do something about it. Don't beat yourself down. Just do something about it. If somebody feel like they too skinny, don't beat yourself down. You can do something about it. It's actions that you can take to change those situations. If you weren't born like that, you don't really have no problem, and you can get rid of it.
It's all about discipline, man, and choices, though. It's about discipline and choices, though, man. You guys have really hit on some great points, though, man. Let me go over a couple of these comments real quick, man. Real quick, man. I thank you guys, man, for you guys' comments, though, brother. I mean, it's all really about the community, and you can tell that you guys really care about it because of the passion that you speak about it with in reference to it, and not because we're doing and saying everything that's perfect, but because we have made mistakes and we're out here trying to just teach the people. We're all trying to get there, right? We're all trying to get there together, man. Real quick comments on this one, man. African-American men seem to have an uphill battle when it comes to maintaining good health, by this guy, Christian Bishop. But it's far from impossible. Understanding risk factors for the most threatening medical conditions and actively engaging in preventive care has proven to improve health outcomes, as we are seeing a gradual shift in African-American health as a result. Ms. Nisha Dab, in reference to your comments about eating better, talking about herbs and things of that nature, right? And also, she spoke about grow a garden in your backyard if you can. And I told her exactly, definitely. And then Miss Emmanuel Martin, she's an author. She's going to be on the show pretty soon as well, man. I just connected with her. She's doing a lot of active stuff in Florida, man, doing a lot of great things, has a book branded. I'm definitely going to connect you with her as well also, man. She's doing some positive things. She just made a comment on her, man. It's Emily Martin. I'm sorry if I missed your name, but I'm so sorry about that. We need to read the labels prior to buying. We have high blood pressure, diabetes due to lack of knowledge. There was a high solution of pork and frozen foods, potato chips, and canned goods that creates high blood pressure. Cookies and candies are high in sugar. It is expensive to eat right, but choose products that are low in sodium and sugar. We show these fast food restaurants to come into our, no, we allow these fast food restaurants to come into our community and do whatever they will. Exactly. All in the name of a convenience. Thank you so much for the comment. I really appreciate that. Hope you're definitely enjoying what we're talking about, and definitely looking forward to having you on the show to promote your products as well. It's a beautiful thing. You're definitely right about that. We have to be mindful of, again, it's lazy of us and irresponsible of us not to do those things. Again, when we know better. Now, I'm not saying when you don't know better, but when you do know better, the obligation on us is to actually do better, right? You know, that's the whole point of this whole thing, is that we have to just slow down and not just at least keep the excuses. Well, I'm busy. Well, I'm this. Well, I'm that. Okay, but at the same time, though, you're not busy enough to focus on your health. You only got one life. You only got one life. You got one life to live, you know. So you want to be able to, that you give this thing the best that you can possible. Because, like, okay, mama eating a salad and the baby sitting over there eating on the corn dog. Really? Really?
Right.
Really?
That's real.
Really?
Right.
Really. I'm eating better. I'm watching what I'm putting, but you not caring what you put in this baby eating this weenie. Right. Right? Eating this stuff, right? Because again, now, if the mama doesn't have the knowledge of what's in those weenies and stuff like that, and that wasn't under her mind, that's something different. But if you're mindful enough to say you're watching what you eat by eating a salad, then you may want to do something equivalent that's going to help that child, that the baby can eat, that the baby can digest, you know, something that's going to be helpful to that child, right? I'm just saying, though, man, that we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to our children to give them the best life possible, excuse me, without messing it up with fast food. And a lot of the fast food, as y'all talked about earlier, in the communities where there's a lot of black and brown presence at, because they know the people can't get around to get to the healthy stuff or have the economic wherewithal to get to the healthy stuff. So go back to the old school, grow some gardens, buy you some seeds, get you some rows, man. Community development, community group economics, man. That's the thing that we talk about. As a group, you can do so much more, because, okay, we can have a community garden. Okay, well, now somebody might steal. Now that the community is down with the community garden, ain't nobody finna come on there and steal a tomato. You dig what I'm saying? Right. Because if the community is down and there's a concerted community effort, then guess what? When something negative happens, everybody's going to know. And they're going to make sure that they put the things in for the provisions in place for that not to happen, right? Because everybody is on board, man.
Right. Most definitely, man.
Hey, man. Hey, Shelton.
Yes, sir.
Right there. I'm gonna say this because I know we're gonna wrap it up. Man, it's kind of what we be saying, bro. Don't it feel good, bro, when you see somebody and you know, and they tell you like they ain't seen you, they be like, man, you looking good.
Mm-hmm.
You looking good, bro.
Yeah.
Man, it feels good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
and I said this because you know I went to Crockett, you know, this past weekend when my baby had a basketball game, and that's like motivation to. Yeah. You know, work on your physical and, you know, man, it just feels good, you know what I'm saying? Any type of compliment. But then somebody saying, versus somebody saying, ooh, what? Show, what? What you mean?
Show is good.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you know, that's the opposite, because they're going to make you feel some type of way. You see what I'm saying? Because other people see that. So, like I say, it's just, and I like how you brothers said, and like Vincent said, we always can do something about it. You know what I mean? It ain't too late. But we can get to that point, man, and if we're not careful and take step by step. Hey, man, you know, you got a show called 600 Pound Life. This doesn't happen overnight. It was gradual.
But guess what, though? Somebody watched it get to 200, then to 3, then to 4, then to 5. Somebody watched that.
And, bro, it's sadness, and it's going back to what Vincent said. Hey, man, not only you affecting your own life, you're affecting everybody else's life. Because people stand around you. We don't want to see, our aunties, get like that, or our uncles, or ourselves. And it affects everybody, bro.
It's almost like negligent homicide, right? It's like watching somebody that hadn't took a swimming lesson jump off the diving board, and you ain't telling you can't go save them.
Right. So, yeah, bro, it's a real serious thing, and like I say, man, it's just something to, I'm just glad for these topics, man, because I know my weight fluctuates up and down, man. It's something I'm always, try to strive to work on myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah, man, it's all gravy, man. Okay, well, you know what, man, you guys have been absolutely tremendous. But as always, though, man, we always want to edutain, and then we also always want to come with some solutions, like we always do, right? So then we on the second or the third in the series, right? So let's come with a couple of solutions, right? We're here with a couple of solutions, and then you guys can do your outros, and then we can thank the good people, man, and everything, and then we can wrap it up from there. Since I started with Brandon, I'm going to end with Mr. Booker, man. Mr. Booker, a couple of solutions, my brother, in reference to the physical aspect of this thing that we're talking about, physical health, if you will, for those that just joining. We had a series on mental health, physical health, and then we're going to wrap it up with spiritual health on next week. But tonight we're talking about physical health. So, man, we always end the show with solutions because we always want to leave you guys with something practical that we all can use, right? Not just you guys pointing the finger, but everyone involved, because this is about community thing. So, Mr. Vincent Booker, without further ado, your solutions, my brother.
I would say this, man. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with that commercial. A body's at rest. A body's in rest stays in rest, and the body's in motion stays in motion. Right? So the more you sit down, the more you're gonna want to sit down. The more you're active, the more you're gonna want to stay active. A body's at rest stays in rest, and the body's in motion stays in motion. That's one of the best solutions. And if you're not satisfied or you're not comfortable in your own skin, whether you feel like you're too big or whether you feel like you're too small, do something about it. It affects you and the people around you, because it's just like when you go apply for a job and they doing a little interview and they ask you if you're a team player, or if they give you this question there, if you see one of your coworkers doing something on the job he ain't got no business doing, what are you gonna do? They ask those questions because they want to see why mine's at. Because if he's doing something dangerous, it affects everybody. It's gonna impact everybody. So just know our health does the same thing. Because nobody want to see their loved one struggling with obesity or feeling like they're too small, because that's all mental. It's mental first. You got to get past the mental edge, and then you can deal with the physical edge. And I would want to say that if you're not comfortable in your own skin, just know that you can do something about it.
Solid, my brother. Solid, man. Let the people know, man, how they can get a hold of you, man, and what you got going on, my brother.
Okay, most definitely. My contact information, again, I'm a friend of Brandon on Facebook, Brandon Whiting on Facebook. I'm a friend of Shelton on Facebook. Me and brother Brandon, and we're working on our mix CD. He got some solo things he got going. He got his book coming out. I got a solo project I'm going to work on after our mix CD. And I'm looking forward to next month. Sister Touch Dearborn, Them Down for What? That's right. So it's going to be the first time for a lot. Me and Brandon ain't performing so long, man. That's going to be a blessing doing that. It'll be the first time I get a chance to meet Shelton physically, you know what I mean? Because we haven't actually met yet. I'm just looking forward to, man. It's 2018, and just a lot of good stuff in store. A lot of good stuff in store. Right now, one step at a time, man. One step at a time. No doubt. My email, y'all can reach AKILL8260@gmail.com. Again, it's AKILL8260@gmail.com. Sir.
Just like that. Ms. Nisha Dab said good show also, man. Good show. Man, thank you so much, Mr. Booker, for what you're doing. Mr. Brandon Whiting, a couple of solutions, my brother, and let the people know how they can deal with all them things you got going on, man.
Yeah, that's right. I want to say some of my points, try to drink more water and less of the sodas, and less of the other, like, fruity drinks and stuff. With all the sugar, drink more water. You can never go wrong. Try to replace candy with more fruit. 30 minutes. At least try to get a 30-minute exercise in. Go get medical checkups, and fry less and bake more. So those are my suggestions for solutions to help us, to work on our physical wellness. And I got the moving company thing going. Bees Moving. Mm-hmm. Nothing too small, nothing too big. You can hit me up at BrandonWhiten20@gmail.com. That's my email. Or you can contact me through Facebook. I'm Sheldon's friend, and I'm Vincent's friend. And like I say, man, we ready to get turned up. But it's them down for what, man? Shout out to Top Shipper Dearborn.
Shout out.
You're a blessing. You're a blessing. You're a godsend. You invited us. You didn't have to do that, sister.
Not at all.
And we're gonna represent. We got to show up and show out. And Nisha Dab, I love you. You as my kinfolk. You put me on blast with my name right. I love it though, but
you know, you always gonna be Bodie, bro. You always gonna be Bodie.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be Bodie. What I'm tripping on?
What you tripping on, man? You always gonna be Bodie, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cracker Texas, stand up.
Y'all know.
Cracker Texas, stand up, baby. It's all
That's
crazy.
right, Prince Hall.
Prince Hall, stand up. PHU. You graduated at PHU, baby.
PHU, huh? Hey, Vincent, you know about that? That's what we call Prince Hall University,
you gotta
right?
be an alumni. You gotta be an alumni.
I'm a graduate.
Already,
you shot me back out there, man.
That's all great, man. It's just like a slingshot.